EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Bridgewater. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. 3rd and long now after the sack. We'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields. Finding some room at midfield. And some room to run now. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They go play action. Bridgewater. And the grab by Croft. They find some open field here. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A huge play there for Denver. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ashton Davis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Third and goal for Bridgewater. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On play action, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Bridgewater's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will have the Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big difference.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because
the Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throw left side. Taken in by Claypool. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're going to speed things up here. On third down, Noel. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, Noel, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you're trying to do.
And the Raiders have got him. Ashton Davis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Jared Goff.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there for the Raiders. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start. field, ready to start their next drive. Bridgewater on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2nd and 11 now. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jamin Davis in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarter.
Under pressure, they got him again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Let's take it in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much...
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Let's go. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second down and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
And his kick here is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job.
And now the rookie's free. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that
rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time, fourth down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench...
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! A 23-yard run! And the Raiders are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Raiders. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Noel, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 2nd down now. Noel, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind.
There he goes, right side. The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra extra point right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On third down, Noel. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, "Got it."
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
On for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Bridgewater's throw taken in here by Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And the Raiders have got him. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.